when onboarding new staff, would do a walkthrough from the client's perspective, from stepping in, walking to the counter, to being sat down at the mirror, consultation, the tea and coffee that you're served, your trip to the basin. Every touch point, every moment has to feel luxurious. It's not just something that you put in your Instagram bio.
Welcome back to season 2 of Can We Go Live? Little shimmy from Billy, I love it. We are the hair and beauty industry's late night confessional. We are here to interview your beauty pros, all your fan favorites, find out more about their personal stories that made them successful and, some of the marketing tactics that they used to get there. So Billy, etc., here today.
Firstly, I love falling into that category. What a great intro. Obsessed with that.
What, you want to hear the intro that ChatGPT gave you? I wrote it down here. I'm going to quote it to you.
I'm expecting big things. I've been fighting with ChatGPT just today, so that's great.
Okay, so we asked AI to give us the goods on you. And it said, Billy Daniels has established himself as a prominent figure in Sydney's... Prominent in Sydney's luxury lifestyle PR scene, transforming from Perth's beach culture to founder of Billy Etc., a boutique agency serving Australian fashion, beauty, and hospo elite. Sounds like you've got a bit of a fangirl in ChatGPT.
I'm obsessed with that. That's such a good little description. I love it.
Do you confirm?
It really fluffs me out. I confirm.
Jeez,
and I can actually completely confirm. I've got to stand by the brand, but I can recall which different articles it's pulling that info from. It's kind of fun to...
I like that, actually, that you can pinpoint those out. And I mean, it shows you're good at your job, right?
Yeah, self-promotion, honey.
I love that. I've got a lot of questions for you, predominantly around, that personal brand that you've curated. And, we're going to touch on Made on Bondi. We're definitely going to get to that.
Despite that description saying that I was made in Perth, I was also made in Bondi.
I'm so glad you went there because I was going to put a joke in there about it, but I was like, I'm sure he's heard it 100 times by now.
It's just poetic. Billy was from the northern beaches of Perth, made in Bondi.
Don't think the irony is lost on me because it isn't.
I'm Billy and I am reading for They Said It, We Read It. Reddit user budget-replacement-17 says, I had someone bring in a picture of a haircut that they drew. And no, they were not especially good at drawing, so it was basically a stick figure with cartoon hair. I've had this happen to me, and I was actually the person drawing, so...
So, okay, you went from Perth to PR agency here in Sydney, and then obviously reality TV became part of marketing strategy, or maybe it was just opportunity, but walk us through that shift because they're quite significant milestones.
From Perth to Sydney?
And then from Sydney into reality TV,
yeah. So I was born in Perth, but love Perth, but for my industry, PR, there's not much happening there. Soz for all the Perth stands out there. But I am the type of person, if I do something, I want to be the best in my field at it. And to do that in Australian PR, you have to live in Sydney.
She's type A.
Yeah, I am. But I had a little detour in the way. I went from Perth to London for a year, London to Melbourne for 5 years, then Sydney, and I've been here ever since.
Oh, you lived in Melbourne for 5 years?
Yeah, I did.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was the job that I got in Perth after living in London, moved me over to Melbourne. This was a small marketing agency that I did back in the day.
Yeah, right.
But it moved me, so that was hated the job, loved the move.
And then so obviously during this time you've been cultivating a personal brand. Was it the personal brand that became then Billy Etc.?
Yeah, well, you mentioned Sweaty Betty. That's a super high profile PR agency that I worked for here in Sydney for a while, which immediately connected me to a lot of people in the PR industry, which is obviously what you want working in PR. So I met all the people that I needed to meet, turbo. So from there, I was kind of in a position to start doing my own thing. I felt like my network was strong enough that I could go out solo. Shout out to Roxy. So I did that. I went out solo, started my own brand, met more people, and one thing led to another. And Made in Bondi, a show based on Made in Chelsea, they were looking for like a PR person. And a friend of mine was on the show. He was a stylist, and he was like, I know just the person. And like within a week, I was like at the Old Clare Hotel filming a scene, like crazy.
Because I actually have a note here that you didn't even audition. They were just like, you're in.
No, I had like, yeah, pretty much. I had, because they had like a casting phase, and then they started filming like January last year, and I joined like 3 months later. So I had to like turbo film to catch up, and they like edited scenes to slot me in. So it was like I was there all along.
The power of editing.
The power of editing, right? But yeah, they needed me. I was the missing link.
Do you think that your personal brand kind of played into that?
As in getting casted?
Yeah.
I do. I think reality TV is like kind of reality, but also it's entertainment. So I think having the personality where you can talk to people and you can have a bit of fun with things, don't take yourself too seriously. I think that's always been part of my personal brand. It's throughout all my website copy. If you read it, there's like some humor in there, a very relaxed, casual tone. And I think, yeah, that's throughout everything I do. So I think that did help me get put on the show, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Billy, etc.
Billy, etc.
It's so cool. You work with a lot of hospo, you work with a lot of fashion agencies, fashion retailers. And I think that you have a lot of knowledge that you can impart and like share with the people listening. So one of the things I want to ask you is, what is the immediate differences that you see between businesses that, do PR and marketing versus the ones that maybe like put it on the back burner?
Those that put it on the back burner, it's either because they can't currently afford it, it's not in budget, or secondly, because they haven't done their research to understand where it can take their brand. So when it's down to budget, I understand that, but I understand also the importance of marketing and PR, and if you do make the investment into it, your budgets will increase.
Yes.
Because your income will increase. Secondly, if those who haven't done their research into what it can do, and therefore it's not a priority for them, I think as a business owner, it's your job to do a bit more research so that you get across it and see where your brand could potentially be, because you're missing out.
It's crazy to me that, but it's actually very common, but it is also crazy to me that there's still like I don't think we need that.
It's so common. I actually had a new business meeting 3 months ago. I've just finished the contract. So spoiler alert, I got the contract.
Bravo.
I had to hold their hand the whole way through. They were like, it's off brand for us to pursue PR. Like it feels desperate. It's this, it's that. And I'm like, I don't want to spend all of my efforts in convincing you that this is the right thing for you. Like I know it is, I believe in it, I built a business on it, and I have many clients as case studies to back it up, but I don't want to spend my life like convincing you to do it. Like I don't want to be that salesman that's like, we've got to do this. They're like, oh no, don't invite so-and-so into the venue, it makes us look desperate. I'm like, no, I understand the industry, and it's called a famille, and you invite them in so that they can experience it and therefore they can write about it. Like that's just how it works. Like, let me do my job.
And also like when something like the smallest thing goes wrong, that person will be like, see, I told you.
Exactly that.
Like they're literally waiting.
Yeah, and well, editorial's never guaranteed. So I'm like, do this, this, and this, and that puts us in the best position to receive the editorial. They're like, no, I don't want to do that, or that. And then I could finally convince them that we should do it, and we still don't get the editorial. And they were like, oh, what a waste of life that was. I'm like, yeah, well,
I think that's present in all industries, isn't it? My next question for you was going to be like red flags in clients that don't understand marketing.
Definitely that, yeah. Well, there's two. So there's that. And then on the other end of the spectrum, I've worked with a lot of clients that were like formerly PR gals like 20 years ago, and they think that they know exactly how the landscape works. And similarly to hair, it's a rapidly changing landscape. And you have to stay on top of it. You have to be on the pulse of what's happening. And you can't ever just assume that you know how to do it. You've got to be in it to know.
I'm sure it's probably like hairdressers cutting hairdressers hair. Or like coloring it.
Yeah, pretty much exactly like that, except the hairdresser hasn't touched any hair for 20 years.
Yeah. My favorite is when I get on calls with other marketers and then the same thing happens. Like, why are you doing things like this? Or when clients speak to marketers about like what we do and they're like, why is that happening? Like,
yeah, because
there's a whole other strategy.
Where do I even begin to tell you? Yeah. And I have had a few clients recently being like, we'd like to see your pitch and share the editor's email and give us exactly what you're going to do. I'm like, no, that's my IP. That's the value I provide as an external agency, is my ability to craft messages that will connect with editors and who the editors are. So if I give that to you, I've given you my value. Would be like going into a hair salon and saying, can you just write down the exact formula for my color so I can go to another hairdresser and give it to them and they can do it too? It's like, no, that's
100%.
their value.
That's why they pay you.
Exactly.
That's literally why they pay you.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a real quick break. And while we do that, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to you for being here, for watching the show. Your support absolutely means the world, and I genuinely mean it. This was never meant to be another serious Sally podcast. To be honest with you, that's not my MO at all. We're really here to grow the industry together and have fun while we do it. That's the main thing. Part of that mission is giving salons the tools to be able to run their businesses in a smarter way, get more freedom. That's really what we're about here at Can We Go Live. And yes, this is an ad. We've got bills to pay too. So I want to talk to you a little bit about YSS Loyalty. Now, if you haven't heard of YSS Loyalty, it is a completely custom, done for you loyalty program specifically built for salons. Your client gets a completely branded card in their wallet on their phone, and you get a whole new way to market to them. I know that you're also so strapped for time. So what YSS Loyalty does is it creates a whole new way for you to autopilot market to them through the use of push notifications. Honestly, this stuff, I don't know where we come up with it, but like my brain. Now, my favorite use case of YSS Loyalty is none other than the Salon by Ash Croker. Ash runs her loyalty program with one rewards drop every 3 months. And what she does is she creates an event around that rewards drop. She invites the press, she invites distributor collaborations, and she invites all of her clients into that event so that they can receive their rewards from the salon in the shape of a gift pack and this beautiful spread with drinks and food and education. It really is very amazing. The point here is YSS Loyalty is whatever you want it to be. How do you want to reward your clients? All you got to do is head over to yssloyalty.com and book a free demo. We'll show you exactly how it works and how you can tailor it to your
Stand by.
Oh, I've got to go. All right, that's enough from me anyway. I'll see you back on set. You do a lot of obviously high-end luxury services, and I notice there's this really big like tier in the industry where people want their businesses to be positioned as luxury. Mm-hmm. What is some of the advice that you can give to the businesses that, you know, want to be positioned as that? Because I think it's easy to say we're luxury, but then to actually like walk the walk is different.
There's some like key buzzwords like luxury, game changing, like these terms that brands are using, but with no proof points. So if you want to be luxury, but be luxury, you know, be luxury. Like you've got to walk the walk and talk the talk. Is that the right phrase? From top to bottom, everything has to feel luxurious. You can't just use these words. So think about your customer, what they want, where they want it, how they want it. If you
Sounds
were
like
that
it
customer,
could be an innuendo.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? You just got to think about like the customer experience, and if you were the customer, would you feel like it's luxury? Can't just be a word.
No, I think it is. There was something, I can't remember who it was. Oh, it was Pink LeBlonde. She was on here and she was saying sometimes the image people put out is not what you end up getting in salon or like in service.
Totally.
Tying it all together so it actually, all your touch points are luxury.
Top to bottom, yeah. So an example of that, one of my first PR clients, Edwards & Co, hair salons. So my agency, FYI, has somehow landed in the hair world. I look after majority hair clients, so I consider myself an honorary hair folk. But
hair.
Yeah. So Edwards & Co, for example, is a luxury salon, I would say. We, when onboarding new staff, would do a walkthrough from the client's perspective, from stepping in to walking to the counter, to being sat down at the mirror, consultation, the tea and coffee that you're served, your trip to the basin. Every touch point, every moment has to feel luxurious. It's not just something that you put in your Instagram bio. You've got to think about.
Yep.
Even the teacups, they're all J-sourced, Millie Dent, these beautiful ceramic blue teacups that are so cute. Every moment has been considered how to enhance it.
Very, very, very curated experience. I think that's a great example of top to bottom.
Yeah, and getting your staff to walk through that so they can feel it as well.
Imagine there's partially like some routine checks in that as well to make sure it's staying consistent too.
Yes. That's
cool. Let's circle back now to Made in Bondi.
Right.
Tell me, how was that experience, and what kind of came out of it?
I work in PR, obviously. So what better opportunity than going on national television to PR myself? So I went on that show as Billy, etc., like as an opportunity to push my brand. I was like, I'm not talking about relationships. I'm not fighting with people. I'm not throwing glasses of wine at people. But I will talk about myself and my business. That's fine. So for me, it was always about that.
Smart.
Yeah, kind of. But like, it's also not what people want to see when they watch reality television. So I would only have a few minor parts in it. I would not like a central character. Missed opportunity. But yeah, it was, for me, it was all about pushing the brand and putting myself out there. I think in the 10 episodes, I had about 7 of my clients featured. Like, I had 2 of the girls getting blow dries at Edwards & Co, and you've got the big Edwards & Co Surrey Hills tag at the bottom.
Yeah.
So then I popped that in my PR report. So, maximizing my value at every.
But that's it, right? And like, that's literally what it comes down to. You say yes to these opportunities, whether a little bit out there or, whatever it is, but then how you capitalize on it and reuse that again as an asset for the brand afterwards is so important.
Totally. And you're like, with your brand, you've put yourself out there to be a face, a spokesperson, the personality behind it. I think that's a great way for brands to move forward in 2025 is to be personal, to connect with your community and have a face. So that's what I wanted to do, and that show offered me the platform, and this podcast offers you.
Definitely builds an authority, like for sure, 100%. Like, how do you cut through the noise these days? Well, I mean, that's definitely one way to cut through it. And
also it was so fun. Like,
it looked fun.
Going to brunch while there was like camera crews filming and like everyone being like, who are these people? It was like my fantasy.
Dude, they're just sitting with like an Aperol, like, yes, correct.
That like group of friends, and they're like, we should have our own reality show. That's been me for like the first like 30 years of my life.
And you're like, tick.
Yeah, it was a bit of a flop, but it was fun.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
No.
You got all the brand assets that you reused, so that's not a flop.
I did, yeah. I put it in my report. Like, Channel 7 has a huge viewership. So putting those numbers in my reports, very
that's
valuable.
Pretty epic. Yeah. The other thing I want to touch on is you organized the Cartier High Jewelry Gala with 202 VIPs. Is that correct? 220? 202? Either way, something like that is, I think, particularly mouth-watering for businesses that think they want to be luxury and traverse that. That's pretty elite. When you're organizing something like that, what are the things about the consumer psychology, for example, like the attendees or the buzz around that event that salon owners can consider when they're trying to curate this like luxury experience?
So even taking a step back from Cartier, the way I got to work on that was through my client O&M. Luke, who works there, had a connection at Cartier.
Shout out to Luke.
Shout out to Luke. Thanks, Luke. So he connected those two brands. And firstly, that was such a great move by O&M to put themselves in more of a luxury light by aligning with Cartier. So O&M did all of the hair for the Cartier show.
So it was O&M hair director for the Cartier
team,
show.
All the product. So yeah, all of that behind the glam, basically. So yeah, great move by O&M to be considered in a more luxury light. And then looking at what Cartier did, so that was an event for their biggest spenders in Sydney, and they booked, it was at the Sydney Opera House, and they had like beautiful models, the most like, beautiful experience for their customers. And they did that because they really understand what their customer wants, and that is to feel like they're appreciated for their enormous spends. Cartier puts this beautiful dinner on for them to showcase the latest collection. And it probably resulted in enough sales to cover the whole event because their items are so high value. But yeah, they just really thought about who is the customer, an extreme high spender. What do they want? Extremely expensive things. So let's put on an extremely expensive, beautiful event.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom, yeah. And get us to do the hair.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It was a really beautiful event.
It was so beautiful.
What is one piece of advice, like if you had to say to someone, they're wanting to get started in marketing, PR, they don't know where to begin, maybe they're a little bit, afraid of the spend, what's your advice to them?
I would definitely just start talking to a few PR agencies, see what they think are the opportunities in your particular space. They could get the wheels turning for you a little bit, and you might start to recognize opportunities within your own business for you to make some small moves initially before you're ready to sign up with an agency. Or you might have that conversation with them and be like, you know what, you're so right. We have so many opportunities for PR. Like, let's hit it right now.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
I think that people don't necessarily think about PR straight away. Like they go more towards like, oh, I need a new website. I need all of these different things.
Yeah.
But I think PR is so important and it's like tactile, right?
Yeah, and so many people don't know what PR is. So little quick definition. PR is your relationship with the media. So it's earned media, which is unpaid. So if you were paying for an ad, for example, say a print ad in a magazine, that could be about $15,000 for one page. So my job is to find what it is in your business that's interesting enough that they will give you that $15,000 worth of space for free. When you put it like that and add the advertising equivalent value, you can really see the value in PR. But you also see the challenge in that what you're doing has to be interesting enough for them to not want to charge you that $15,000. So that's newness. What have you got new happening within your business? Different. What are you doing differently? Is there a huge new trend that you can talk about and sort of be the pioneer of? So there's always so many opportunities. You just need someone with that PR mind to help sort of trigger the ideas for you.
And the relationships.
And the relationships, of course, yeah. What was the question before I went on this tangent about what PR is?
No, there was no question.
Oh, great.
No, you just took center stage and I love it.
It's my signature move.
So this game is called Less Than Ideal Consultations. And the point of it is I'm going to ask you for a service. This is going to be funny because neither of us are hairdressers. So.
Yeah, I consider myself a hairdresser these days.
Basically hair royalty. And so you have to try and guess what I'm saying. So put these on. Any song requests?
Something pretty.
Who's
Something calming. My nerves are shot.
How about Sabrina Carpenter?
Perfect.
Man-child.
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear me?
This is very disorienting. I'm going to start shouting.
Can you hear me? All right. It's my low bass tones. Okay. So I would like a full keratin.
Bass and balayage and tip out.
No. A keratin. Let's just keep it simple. Keratin. We'll just keep it simple.
From the top.
I would like
a
keratin.
One more time.
A keratin.
No, I've got nothing.
Like, but straight. Keratin.
A blow wave.
No. Keratin. Keratin.
A poodle perm.
Keratin.
No, next.
Okay, next. I would like a full balayage.
Full balayage.
Yes. Okay. All right. One more. We'll do one more. I would like perm.
Poodle perm. Just a perm.
Just a perm, yeah.
Yes.
Here,
Was that shouting?
Yeah, you are. That's
Sorry. It's very disorienting.
I know, it's quite full on, isn't it?
Apologies to everyone. My voice doesn't always sound like this. I've been terribly unwell.
In Europe.
Yeah.
All right, you can give me 3.
What was the first one?
Oh, keratin.
Oh, keratin.
Yeah.
There's not much like movement in the mouth for the word
I know, that's
keratin.
why I was like keratin.
Oh, I was way
Okay.
off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see? Okay, I would like a skin fade.
One more time.
Skin fade.
A fade.
Yeah, but something
Skin
else.
fade.
Yes.
Oh, that was easy.
good.
Okay, next one.
It's not easy, excuse me. Okay, the next one can be, I would like a full head of highlights and gloss and throw in a treatment, make it Olaplex.
Full head highlights.
Yes.
What else?
Throw in a treatment. No, I said full head of highlights and a gloss.
One more time.
Gloss.
Oh, and a gloss.
Uh-huh. And
a blow dry.
No,
right.
Throw in a treatment.
And a treatment.
Yep, and make it Olaplex.
This is very complicated.
Make it Olaplex.
Next.
That's all I got for you. That's all.
That was hard. What was that?
That was, I would like a full head of highlights with a gloss and a treatment, make it Olaplex.
Oh my God, that is so difficult. Thank you so much. You stumped me, Billy.
Pleasure. It's always been my goal to stump you.
Thank you so much for answering our questions. I think that was super valuable. Now, we did speak about the competition that we're running. Mm-hmm. I got a little contribution here, which we'd love for you to read out for us, please.
Oh my gosh. Thanks. This is exciting. I love opening envelopes.
Love envelopes.
A bit of tangible. A feature in an industry publication by Billy ETC.
Oh my God. So just to recap, the winner of our prize pool will also now get a industry magazine feature that the wonderful Billy, etc., will orchestrate for us. Thank you so much, Billy, for coming on.
This was great.
This was so much fun, and we will see you next time. Can you please let people know at home where they can find you?
At Billy ETC on Instagram, or my website is billyetc.com.au.
Ciao, ciao.